And we are live. How's everyone doing out there? Give me 1 second. Trying to get the stream muted once it finally catches up. Or pause. General. And yeah. Alright. Now I'm pretty much all set up. Zach in the call, but he's a bit busy at the moment. And yeah. Let's get down with some Saints Row the Third. Show like and being fact that I know there's a lot of comic viewers. You will appreciate this, as I am playing as She-Hulk. Because why not? And not that fake She-Hulk we get in the comics nowadays. The real She-Hulk, the She-Hulk of legend. I will be at this point anyway. All right. Lying about to get her a better looking costume. She needs it. She needs it in her life. Same as we need her in a badass costume in our lives. Woo-hoo-hoo. And yeah, that's it. I know it's around here somewhere. I think Just Pretend's on this island. If not, me. Fly around for a minute. Won't hurt me none. Ooh, that almost ended badly, though. I can feel like a radio now. Oh. All right. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yep, let's pretend. Yeah. Let's see. More of a Passover guy. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Trying to give She-Hulk here a bit more of a... See, that's a She-Hulk top. Bad as it sounds. If anyone made a comment about how her revealing her outfit was, she'd look at him and go, and I'm a grown-ass woman. Which is one of the things that made She-Hulk awesome. She took no shit. No shit whatsoever. Alright. Lower body. And let's see. I might come back to that. Yeah. No, I'm good. I don't even... Though that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I'm not even going to act like front like it is. It doesn't. Little fine. But I am good. So... Let's see. Or not. That should work. See. That was just another thing. No. Damn it. This one. There. And I think that's the belt. Okay. Alright, again. I'm here to kick bubblegum and chew ass, and I'm all out of ass. Yeah, then you better start kicking bubblegum. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, more like hangover Right? Am I right, Philip? Right. All right. Let's see. Shoot, there's something a bit more. Does look more She-Hulky. Let's see. And and I'm about to finally have that all set up. I mean, aside from the knife in the boot, whatever, but looks more like She-Hulk now. All right. Maybe give her some makeup. Maybe that's what I should do.
All right, am I on over here booming it up, man?
I'm saying. So, what do you think of She-Hulk?
Man, looking like the She-Hulk I remember.
Right? Not this, manly, fucking, just the stuff that kills boners. That's all I gotta say. And this is coming from a guy that doesn't mind a woman with a little muscle on her. I just don't like her looking like a goddamn troll, an orc, a literal male orc. You know what I mean? Just saying. Kind of the Becky Lynch, for instance, is a prime example. A woman can have muscle and be hot. Just saying.
Yeah. I'm not even really. I was never that big a wrestling fan, but I've been seeing some posts on Twitter here. This guy Trevino is a huge fan of her, and he's kind of convincing me. I gotta say.
Oh, I'm not a
I might have to start watching wrestling.
At least just for her.
I'm just saying. I mean.
Oh no, I get it. I get it. Cracks open Diet Monster. Yep. Get straight to you from Gorgonite Emissary. All right.
Oh, what's up, Gorgonite? I cannot see the chat right now. I am, as you can probably tell, just resting my phone in my lap here at the camera, so I can't do this and watch chat at the same time. Apologies for that.
You like this.
But Mr. Jones there, if you'll let me know, I'll respond to anything directed at me.
Not a problem. I thought you'll get a kick out of this one. Don't insult male orcs by comparing them to SJW Marvel pseudo trainee. In quotes, lots of them. Hulk.
Ha 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 ha.
And I'm not even fucking blaming them, dude. No, speaking of, did you catch what's his name? The dude from Adam Ruins Everything? That guy? And his Joe Rogan podcast earlier? This past week? Actually, I'd say about 4 days ago. 3-4 days ago.
Yeah, I did not. Don't watch either of those. So.
Well, I didn't catch the whole thing, but I caught one of the highlight reels that I thought was hilarious. And you just see him, speaking of tranny type deal, you see him constantly trying to justify basically subjecting kids to transitioning, the hormones and everything. And then Joe Rogan schools his ass. It was fucking hilarious. And it's like, well, you should have known better than be bringing your ideology up into the Joe Rogan podcast. His ass make you look stupid 3 ways to Sunday. And it's funny because the dude turns to the well, from what I read, and then he starts talking about I shit you not, a former soldier that's transitioning man to woman, on how upset he was about Trump's trans ban in the military, and this, that, and the other, and just talking about how he just got a book, and I can't help but like that She-Hulk on one screen and Chaos Smiting for Holy Sigmar on the other. starting off strong. Yes, yes, we are. But no, but citing that individual is like citing a crackhead as to why crack's a good thing. Because that's
Indeed,
what
and the Emperor protects. Just to respond to that last comment from chat.
gotcha. But like, I'm sorry, but I can't help but feel that way. I'm like, do you really think that your little, I don't know what you'd call it, Hail Mary of, well, this person was trans is going to get people to agree with you? That to me, you don't cite. Okay. Citing a trans person for why, trans, like I said, should be perfectly acceptable is very much in the vein of like going to, let's say, you're doing a school report and you're like, well, according to my dad, this happened. Well, your dad's not a citable source. Scientists are a citable source. You're not your dad, technically. You know what I mean?
Right. Give
And
me just a moment here. I'm gonna have to go on mute. I'll be right back though. I'm not actually going anywhere.
all right, bro. And so, like, if you want to get people to be more accepting of your ideology, don't be citing people who are like, oh, well, he's got all this, releasing a book about trans studies and this, that, and the other. Okay. Still not a scientist. Still is going to do everything that the individual can to basically, instead of having the scientific method, it's just going to be a whole bunch of anecdotal evidence. And that's not, that hurts you in the end. And same thing with, like, there's a lot of things that will hurt the trans movement in the end, mainly because they skipped the part, like, what I find funny is the reason why the LG, like, well, the gay and lesbian community, I should say, instead of lumping them all together, but the gay and lesbian community was able to be accepted where you have even Republicans and, a lot of churchgoers, even if they don't necessarily agree with it, being like, no, it's not cool to persecute them and so on and so forth. And you no longer see nearly the level of people like, say, the 90s, the way people disagreed with it back then. Why? Because you had this period where it wasn't like we're trying to shove, being gay down your throat and whatnot. Not against trans people, however, putting them on the front line units in the military would be counterproductive. Medical maintenance, psychological profiling. Exactly. You understand that. I understand that. Most people understand that have any, like, either family or whatever, or former military, things like that. But it's still, but yeah, no, but that's the thing. Like, they're trying, where the gay community had to go through years of being ridiculed, years of things like Eminem and the way he spoke disparagingly about them and whatnot. But the difference is, you're skipping that. You're trying to expect everybody to, right off the bat, even without, like, with a lot of anecdotal evidence, and that's the problem. It's mainly anecdotal evidence. It's not actual, like, here's a scientist peer-reviewed study. You don't have that. And the study that a lot of these individuals tend to cite, most of the subjects from the study ended up committing suicide in the long run. It's like, your own studies that you cite contradicts you. How about, instead of trying to force it down everyone's throat and make everybody support it, you get some more information on it, let scientists be scientists and stop trying to block scientific progression. Oh, the scientific progression that doesn't support your theory, because that's what it is. It's a theory, it's a hypothesis, not a legit, for a fact science, is hypocrisy to you. And then you wonder why. It's like global warming. Also, people who say it's right to be in the military are flat out wrong. Having the freedom to sign up should be a right, but actually getting in should always be a privilege. Right? Oh, that's no lie. Shit. And I'm trying to find the more emos, the smart cards to shoot. if you're wondering. But no, dude. Like it's literally the point still stands. You can't be presenting anecdotal evidence and then go, why is everyone denying science? Because you didn't bring science. You brought anecdotal evidence and claimed it was science. You're constantly. It doesn't matter if it the exact studies you cite contradict you. The minute someone points out the contradiction, you call them a bigot. Like, look, you're not helping. If you actually care about these people, let the studies be done. Stop trying to force everyone who may be uncomfortable with it, and stop trying to force them to be comfortable with it. The only way they're going to become comfortable with it is if they see over time it's nothing major. But you can't force someone to accept something new. The change doesn't happen overnight, and trying to force your ideology onto people like that is just going to make things harder for the trans community in the long run. I'm just saying. Waka waka. And this is why. This is why you don't read, kids. You end up citing random shit. And when you see random stupid shit, you can't help it. Want to talk about it. I really should start doing some shit, but I don't want to. I want to just fly around and be a dumbass. Maybe cause some problems. That's not nearly as much fun until you've gotten later in the game. Yep. Nope. Meat. Oh. It's funny. I don't care what anyone says. But let's fly around and see if we can't find funny billboards. That seems like something fun to do. Girls, gambling, and gimps. Welcome to the sensational city of Steelport. Steelport Travel Bureau. LOL. Ah! I just done goofed. I done goofed. I only have those. Oh, what's that? Alright. And thanks for the bike, asshole. I need a new set of wheels. You. I'm gonna hold on to this just because why not? Mario. And oh yeah, my precious motorcycle. You wrecked it. Yeah, you can see shit from you. No police brutality, nothing. Oh, I'm gonna see me rolling up into.
Oh my god, I'm back.
Was the
At least I
burger
think
tasty?
so.
Was the burger
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Oh, yes. Half of it was tasty. I just realized I had not eaten in about half a day. Apologies.
Yeah,
Had to take care of that.
I ate shortly before the stream.
What you had to munch on there?
Some honeyed ham, mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh,
You know that good shit. Yeah,
right.
good shit.
Oh my God! Every year, the 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, at my work at the barbecue place, we start getting the orders for the smoked turkeys and the smoked hams. And my God, like you would not believe how delicious a fucking smoked spiral cut ham is,
Oh,
fresh
I
off the
believe it.
fucking grill. Like,
Oh no, I believe it. I'm not even gonna act like I don't. So, no, sound like bad freaking ass. Not what I meant
oh,
to
it's so tasty. Well, it's so tasty if like one of the little dumbass kids doesn't mess it up.
do. I take it you don't like some of your coworkers.
Oh yeah, yeah. The boss man tries to keep the cost down by hiring kids that have no experience whatsoever. So his reasoning is that if they don't have any experience, Bo, that's how my boss kind of talks. He said, Bo, everything's Bo. Everybody's Bo. So if
Yeah.
they ain't got no experience, Bo, then we ain't got no bad habits to untrain them.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, well, if they have, on the other hand, if they have at least a tiny modicum of experience, they will know how to do things like wash a fucking plate properly
Right.
or sweep a floor the correct way.
Like
And by
when I'm
correct way, I mean the way you sweep a floor to where it gets the shit up off the floor.
right. No, that makes sense. Had to loosen my
But
belt.
yeah. But no, I mean, you know, obviously the man knows what he's doing. He's got 3 locations and he's been doing it since, before 2000. So
There. Oh, there we go.
can't really argue with his methods, I suppose. It is his name on the front of the building and not mine.
It's totally your name on the front of the building.
Oh
Called,
God, I don't know if I would wish that on my worst enemy.
but
Like it must be such a fucking nightmare running those places. I don't know how he puts up with one, let alone 3. Oh, I'm getting choked out by a hook rat.
yes, Kitty. You wanted to laugh? Is that it? Well, come here. Come here. No,
Oh shit!
no. You're not running away. You're not running away. The people want to see the kitty. People want to see the kitty. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They want to see the kitty. And he's still like, no, fuck you, human. Fuck you too, buddy. Uh, and no, Zach, no, Gorgonite, if you're still watching, I have not been drinking coffee all day. This isn't even this is like, about my 4th cup of coffee. We're normally by now, I've had like several pots. I might make me another pot, but not going to be anything like too much. There. Going on.
Wish I could say the same about cheap beer.
Uh,
I hadn't been drinking that all day. Yeah, I did not need to know that there was a 6-pack of beer of Tall Boys that you could get for right around $6.
About like
I,
3
I,
of them
I probably
bitches.
would have been better off not knowing that.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck, indeed.
No, it's funny is Organite's like, first off to my cat, he's like, that's a nice pussy you got there.
Right,
And
a little rim shot action there.
right. And then he was like, sure, gets intervention sign again. No, I'm actually doing good. I'm not drinking stupid levels of coffee like I was. I had 4 fucking pots a day. Believe me, it's taken a little getting used to. You have no idea. I'm so used to drinking like so much coffee that I'm just like, I can like see
You can like
color.
see through fucking walls.
Right? Like I can see sound. There we go. I
Right?
see sound, taste, colors. It's amazing. Get you some of this. What are you on? Coffee. Lots and lots of coffee. Doesn't
I
believe
don't
me.
doubt it.
It doesn't
I
believe
drank so
me.
much fucking coffee one night at work. Like they had to tell me to go home in the morning.
Right.
The boss man fucked up and he bought one of those little coffee machines that makes just the automatic, 1 cup at a time. You put the little pod in.
Mm.
Oh, I must have drank 6 of them bitches one night. I normally go into work. Lately here it's been about 9 p.m. I'll go in, work till about, 5, 6, 7, whatever somebody gets there in the morning. That day, I was still there at like fucking 10 a.m. They're like, aren't you tired? I said, I probably should be, but we got this little coffee maker over here.
I'm just
So at that point, I went home.
and I'm staring at you over here in rookie, like you are a rookie, I should say. You're like, really? Six cups? That's nothing. That's like that's an average morning for me. I'm just saying. Oh, I
I was
forgot.
fucking wired. I normally don't have that much coffee at once. Or not at once. I mean, it was over like a 12-hour period, but I don't normally drink coffee at all.
I, on the other hand, drink copious amounts of coffee. I drink all the coffee in the world.
What is
We're
this?
talking the gods of the daily sacrifice to the gods of coffee. Is
The
required.
Beast of Bogenhofen. I don't know. I'm looking at some random art on the wall in this game.
I'm seeing that. Hey, I do that too. I do that too. This game has been out since what, 2012, 2013, and you can still find like funny ass fucking like shit that I thought I'd found every last one of the funny billboards, and I'm still finding more. Come here. I'm going to drain you. Well, and you just made a worse mistake of your even shorter life. Yeah. Because, the cop saying you made the worst mistake of your short life. And it's like, I'm coming to you to grab you and then drain you of all your blood. Somebody made a worse mistake here, and it wasn't me. Just saying.
Right?
I should switch to my pistol just because they are explosive.
Have I just been... am I getting punked, or are they actually making another Dune movie?
They are making another Doom movie.
Interesting.
And I suspected it's going to be like the last time, where it's a massive disaster and you just are looking at it like, okay, well, that's not what I wanted. That's totally not what I wanted. I mean, and like the part that gets me is it's already not that hard of a concept to fuck up, right?
You would think so, but, I don't know. That sci-fi remake was pretty bad.
It's terribad, dude.
Graphics and special effects can only cover up so much.
All right. I mean, don't get me wrong. The one first person scene where it's all like the actual game and whatnot, that was cool. Don't get me wrong. But
I thought we were talking about Dune, D-U-N-E, until right now.
D-U-N-E, not Doom.
Yeah. No, Doom. Yeah, no. I heard they were remaking that. And I have no interest in it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. See, I happen to like the David Lynch Dune.
Yeah. That's why I'm interested, kind of, to see what they do with this next one.
Like the David Lynch Dune, man. was pretty well done. Then you have the TNT version, which, I mean, from what I've heard, I haven't seen it.
I thought it was Sci-Fi Channel did the remake.
I thought it was TNT actually, and I'm one of those weird dudes who actually liked the '05 Doom when I wasn't thinking about it as a Doom adaptation. When thinking about it as a Doom movie, it's trash. Yep. Real talk. I mean, I'm sorry, but and this is before The Rock learned how to act, no less. Let's just be honest.
Oh.
Come on, '05 Dwayne Johnson was not a good actor.
Nah, but that was probably the best role for him at the time. You know, just a big dumb space marine. I mean,
Yeah,
shit.
but I still.
May as well not give him something too challenging at that point, right?
Well, my whole thing is like I still feel like he even messed that up a little bit because they're at the end where he's supposed to be going crazy and he's all like does this really just hammy, like he's bending the rebar around his hand. Semper Fi, motherfucker. He should have told. I would have done that line completely different. I'd have been wider with the eyes. I'd been a bit more giggity. You know what I mean? Or I guess you could say giggly. And I'd be like, Semper Fi, motherfucker. And then show that serious
Could have
face.
come off
Right?
better.
Huh?
I said that could have come off better.
Well,
I don't really recall the actual scene. It's been probably since around the time the movie came out since I saw it. So no, it wasn't a really good movie.
Nope. But no, I just think that would have given the scene a bit more gravitas
Probably would have.
because you're trying to show that I'm sorry, but just real deadpan and just like I don't know how you'd explain that. It just did not fit with what was going on. Like it just like I feel like the way that whole thing is just very silly.
Came off kind of cheap.
Yeah, it's like you finally get
Right,
to the end of the movie, and you don't even get the Cyber Demon. You get Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
I was like, it would have been different if they had Dwayne Johnson turn into the full-fledged Cyber Demon. That would have been gangster, but
No, right? The Rock with some fucking metal hoof legs and damn a BFG for an arm.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been the shit. But you know.
instead we got Semper Fi, motherfucker. You gotta get that face. They're like
shit.
wide-eyed, serious look.
Didn't know I had a big ugly over here. Shit. Sorry, I just realized I was leaving my team to die over here fighting the big dude.
Do it. Let them die.
Yeah, that's oh no, they're all getting choked out and shit. I'm tangled up in some little dudes.
Alright. Just either way, that was fun. Man.
Fuck.
It handled the situation. Do you want to die, pig? Do you want to die? I will grant you that wish. And for now, unless that room's completely fucked. Wait, that looks like it is. Yep, it is.
Are you talking Everybody's Fucked Online?
Oh, no. I was talking about the game.
Okay. Sorry. Lost track. Like I said, just a second ago when I about lost my lever, about let my entire team die, like shit got pretty bad.
Oh, I believe it.
See, and people ought to realize if drinking and gaming is so hard, there is no excuse for drinking and driving. That's going to be my public service announcement for the evening.
Alright. Like, dude, all I gotta say is I've done my fair share of drinking and driving. It's not the smartest move on earth, not something that I actively encourage people to do, but I've done it.
I mean, it happens. If it's something that happens on a regular occasion, though, maybe you should reconsider. Yeah,
No,
some
no, no,
folks
no, no.
are yeah.
Oh no, no, no. Not something
Your
I want to
grenade,
make a habit of,
bitches. Sorry.
but not something I would like to make a habit. Though
Yeah, some
I
people
will
do
say,
though, and those are the people that don't need to be able to drive.
all right. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm one of the. I guess the best way to put it. I'm one of those rare people that understands. Hey, I'm drunk. I better not drive like I'm drunk. You know what I mean? And so I like close one eye to handle the double vision. I do all the like, all the pro tricks. You know what I mean?
All the little hoodoo, yeah,
Uh, and
yeah. I've
and
been there. I've been there. I know
and
what you
it's
mean.
like, and in retrospect, I'm like, God damn, I'm so goddamn lucky. I'm so goddamn lucky. I don't want to do that again.
Yeah,
But
I came home from a Halloween party one year a while back and had no recollection of fucking driving the entire like 15 miles back to my place.
oh wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that
Oh, the passenger had no complaints though. I was like, really? You didn't realize your driver was blacked out. Now, what does that say about your state at that point? I guess.
right. Well,
Anyway,
I
I
mean,
mean,
well, it's funny to
live and
quote.
you learn, right?
Oh yeah, well, the funny thing is to quote one of the punks I used to hang out with back in the day. Well, of course, you know, people have trouble driving while they're drunk. Cops don't let them get any practice. I mean, he was being completely tongue in cheek about it, but it's still fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, that is a good joke.
Okay.
Fuck's sake, what have I signed up for here? I think this is just an endless wave.
You signed up for a basically a a fisted enema. That's what you got. It's just a
Well, that sounds a little harsh.
well, you know, they're not using lube, so it is harsh. Extremely harsh. And painful. You're probably gonna have to visit a doctor after this. I'm just
This
saying.
dude's probably gonna have to visit a doctor. He's about to cut his fucking arm off right there.
Alright.
That's right, big boy, eat it. Oh no. See, showboating gets you nowhere. I started to talk
Uh,
shit right there, and I immediately was put in a bad spot. Showboating
uh,
will get you nowhere.
except maybe a showboat.
Possibly. Possibly.
Alright.
Do they still have those? Do they still have showboats that go up and down in Mississippi?
I'm not sure. I do believe they do, actually.
I wonder what would be the requirements to work on one of those. Like,
Not being
and
a
do they have
bitch.
gambling on them? That would be the other
I
question.
do believe they,
Special license. Like, come on.
within Zach, I swear I'm not drunk, officer. I'm just enjoying alcohol, not video games. Policeman, sir, you're in a car that's currently smashed into a dead end. That's great. No, what's even funnier is we had a car literally drive into one of the game stops here.
Damn.
Not even playing. Not even playing. Let me dupe. Let me see.
What color was her hair? Uh-huh.
I don't know. All I know is let's see.
Nah, I thought I'd throw a little Andrew Dice in there.
Uh, eh, eh, let's see. Do. Uh, yep, there it is.
There, what is?
Oh,
Eat a dick. Sorry.
yes. Alright, let me see if I can. I gotta get this set up right.
Oh, what's she trying to do?
See, close
And a
that.
jerry-rigged the thingamabobber. Oh my god. Sorry.
Alright, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I was trying to get set up to show up. Ah! Yeah.
Set up the what?
There we go. I'm just saying, you can't. That's just hilarious right now. Like, right? Like, just straight up.
What are you talking about now?
If you look at the video,
Oh, I didn't realize you were sharing pictures of the
the actual.
dumbass that drove through the storefront. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to let me back it up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, see? I saw that and was laughing my ass off. I was like, well, apparently they thought GameStop had a drive-through now. And Gorgonite says that dude really wanted that Game Informer subscription.
Apparently so.
Alright, and...
I'm first in line, mofos.
I
think I've just lost.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Alright.
Oh, maybe not.
That I figured that was one that I had to share just because it's so hilarious. Like, how do you, like, according to his article, it said that the dude hit the foot on the gas and on accident. It's like, well, oops. That's all I gotta
Was he
say.
like an elderly fella?
I don't know. They didn't say how old or young the dude was. They just said the dude went and stepped on the gas. It was funny. Right. And now I'm checking Chad Talks real quick.
Probably that guy shouldn't be driving anymore.
Right.
I think you only get one strike for something like that. You know, drive through a storefront or a park or something, and like just no more driving for you. You've got to be a passenger from now on. Sorry, you had your chance. You effed up big time. No more.
Sorry, now defunct Game Informer subscription. And I haven't had a Game Informer subscription in God knows how long. Like, we're talking, I haven't had a subscription, I think since like 2013, 2014. Like, no, Jack, no. Jack Skellington tried jumping off to his death. I saved it to him, though.
Always a good thing.
Right.
I recently found a, God, whatever the girlfriend's name was in it, Sally?
Yes.
Yeah. One of those figures at whatever company they license out to make them still in a box. Man, we're getting lit the fuck up over here. But I was...
He should have driven through a playground, more points, and a quicker multiplier.
No. Contrary to popular belief, you get less points for going through a playground because the targets are easier to hit. Everybody should know that at this point.
Oh, that's great.
It's not how we play the game anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good point.
Grenade.
Good point.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, no. It's a valid criticism. Valid criticism?
Now, if we're talking like ice rink or roller derby, you get bonus points for somewhere like that. Because A, the crowd's going to be a little bit easier to pin down, and B, the car is going to be a little bit harder to control.
All right, and Gorgonite says, but that multiplier.
Yeah. Hey,
He-
a
he-
multiplier is only temporary. A high score is forever.
Oh man, it's like
I was trying to tie that in what the anime titties mean, but they
yeah.
always put somebody's face in the way. I
Uh,
saw a Warhammer one that was pretty hilarious.
nice. One sec. Star. We got Zach. He's playing. Using his since he doesn't have the ability to stream games like I do. He's using his phone to capture it and everything, and doing everything on his phone.
Yep. Playing on the Xbox. A little Vermintide too.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind checking out Vermintide too. I
It's a
have the
lot of
first
fun.
one. I have the first one. It's just hold on. How do I explain it? I can't play that type of game for long. It's like I'll sit there and play, for instance, like Left 4 Dead, and I'll do a couple, stories. Like I'll do one full thing. You know what I mean? Like the how it's all named like a movie and everything. But after that one, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Because I just burnt myself out on those type of games back when they were new. By the way, what's up, Star? Like, so I'm not gonna lie, World War Z does look pretty fucking good, even though it's that type of game. What do you mean CPU usage detected? Fuck off. I'm just running my Minecraft. Wait, Star, do you want to join? Because then I'll just launch the server real quick. I think I will do that. Just so Star can join it. Ooh, wait, this is going to get tricky real quick. Yeah, I can understand that. Where's it?
Shit, our elf got caught up in a tornado.
I believe it. Was gonna play on my single player because how it works is I have it set up on my computer.
Need the fucking ammo box. Oh, here we go.
Hey, it takes a little getting used to, dude. Takes a little getting used to. It's best advice I can give you is what I did. Turn the sensitivity down, and as you improve, turn the mouse sensitivity back up. That's the best thing you can do.
Oh yeah, mouse and keyboard is much easier to get used to with a lower sensitivity to begin with.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did.
I prefer it. I feel it gives you an advantage in like first-person shooters or slashers like this.
It does. Like, all right, and let me do this. Let's see.
Cap this bitch ass.
You're gonna have to do direct connect, Star, just so you know. That's what I had to do. And also, you may lose me. You may lose me. Because let's just say the server is iffy at times. Oh, and there's a do I have a sword? I do have a sword. Come here. Come here, you son of a bitch.
Oh, I'm blind.
Oh, wait, no. No, don't come here. Don't come here. And I have a chicken in my house. I'll have to deal with that here in a minute.
So you got a chicken in your house?
Yes, I'm playing Minecraft now.
Okay. I was just double checking, like randomly,
Yeah, randomly.
I mean, I get the random of the scorpion and the snake and shit, so
right.
chicken is not too far out of the question.
Right. I do live in Oklahoma. I'm just saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, about to go outside and take down this phantom, and then it was like, oh, look at my life. I better. Let me on second thought. I need to set up an enchanting table too.
Have not actually checked out Minecraft yet. I understand what it's all about and whatnot.
I like this
Just haven't gotten around to it.
and may I say Gorgonite and it. Ow! Where's my sword? Come here. Yeah, that's right. Come here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what I thought.
Hold the fuck still, elf.
Come on. Oh, I got seeds. Hey, I got seeds. You all want to join me over here? Alright. And I just need to get the one out of my house, and all my chickens will be where they should be. Really? Whatever. And I like what Gorgonite says, the version aim-assisted analog versus the Chad pinpoint accurate keyboard and mouse combo.
Speaking of mouse combos, I just got molested by a group of rat men. Pretty much.
That happens, dude. That happens.
It does on this game.
Alright, as I was about to say, you are playing Vermintide.
Fucking two of them right here. Oh, three.
Right.
This must be the wave that has all the ninja rats, because that's what I keep getting my ass whipped by.
Hey, they just want to make sure that you are well defended against the weight of the ninja.
There is no defense. Just saying. Point in case, I think they got our whole team pinned down right now.
They could. Or you could just not be trying hard enough. Come on, Zach.
No. This thing's been stabbing me for a while. I'm trying to stay alive.
Right.
Oh shit, and look at that. The AI companion for the save.
All I gotta say is,
awesome.
all I gotta say is, staying alive, staying alive. I couldn't resist. Alright. So, now for the fun. Well, that could be piggies, I guess. I don't know. I gotta figure out a spot for cows, man. I need leather. I need lots of leather. That's where that chicken went. That chicken got.
Oh. I think we made it to the end of the fucking round.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Not you. I had a zombie walk through the door when I was trying to let my chicken back in.
Oh. Man, fuck that zombie. Beat him in the head with a shovel, right? Or what do you have, a pickaxe that you can get him with?
I got him with the sword. Because I got a legit sword.
I'm just asking because there's no screen anymore. Like, it's just your icon.
Oh, yeah. That's because I forgot to turn it back on. Because it's a direct connect link, I didn't want to just show it, you know what I mean? Come on, chicken. Come in here with all the other chickens. And then keep your ass in that damn douchebag. What did I say? Yes, I hear you. You annoying as fuck thing. Should have a spot where I can attack him. Vice versa. Come, Phantom, fight me on my castle! On my terms!
So has this Final Fantasy VII like remake or whatever come out yet?
How do I know? I can't wait till it does, though.
Okay, I'm sure that's going to be a PlayStation exclusive. There's like no way around it.
It better not have a good PlayStation exclusive.
Ah man, it probably yeah.
Like, I'll be mad
Thinking it will.
I'll be mad if they make it a PlayStation exclusive, man. Like, you'll be looking at it like, really? What the fuck? And Gorgonite says Warhammer Fantasy doesn't get enough love, but 40K's lore is better. Games Workshop should have committed to the idea that Warhammer Fantasy exists in 40K's universe is far more interesting that way.
I missed part of it, but I did catch Warhammer 4K. Warhammer Universe is more interesting.
Warhammer Fantasy doesn't get enough love, but 40K's lore is better. Games Workshop should have committed to the idea that that Warhammer Fantasy exists in 40K's universe. It's far more interesting that way, which is true. It technically does. Well, one's just the other in the future, basically.
I get you. I see what you're saying. Was that from Gorgonite?
Yeah, that's from Gorgonite.
Right on. I get your point there, man.
Well, you gotta come fight me, or you're going to keep running into the top of this thing like a bitch.
Actually, there's a Warhammer Fantasy mod for something else I've got on here. Mountain Blade Warband,
I know
which is a
Mountain Blade.
fantastic game, by the way.
I have one of them, not Warband, I don't think, but I do have one of them. It's just I have one of the older ones, so it's like, you know what I mean? And not good, Like I could fire up Oblivion right now, and even Vanilla. Well, Game of the Year Vanilla is still better than, you know what I mean? A lot of games out today that try to be fantasy.
This is more non-fantasy. It's all you start out as just one mercenary dude. You build up a little troop. You go hire yourself out here and there. I'll have to see. I might do another round of this, and then I'll do some.
Warband.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, like
it's been a minute since I picked it up. I might have forgotten all the effing controls, though.
Well, like Warband, like I said, it's I have one of the older ones, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's good. It's just a matter of whether or not, like, it's just the fact the old one isn't that interesting or all that good to me.
Right. Come on, people. Are they gonna pick a mission?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah. And
So there is no fall damage in this game, which is a funny thing.
Alright. And Gorgonite says, "No, man. At one time, WF was literally known as its own planet in... okay, I get it. Warhammer Fantasy was literally its own planet in 40K's Milky Way, and most of the races within it were intended to be offshoots cast away from 40K's factions." Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Speaking of, the other day when I found all the cards and whatnot, one of the things I did find was I don't know how I see it, but there's the big there's Booyah, and I don't care. Thank you. And then he's missing an arm, but Booyah. I wish I had a better light in here. Warhammer, guys.
Right on, right on.
Warhammer D&D. Because I at one time may or may not. Well, there's no one time I'd love to get a group together to tabletop again. Just not personally a D&D guy. I'll play it, but
Well, I mean, there's other things. There's fucking, you can play Rifts. Did you ever get to try the Besom gameplay?
uh,
Big eyes, small mouth. It basically was tabletop anime.
yes, I've heard it. Yeah, of it actually.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you had classes like the Gun Bunny, the Technomancer, things like that. It was pretty interesting.
Well, remember it was meant to be like everything you can find in anime. You found in that system. It was like
Yep.
they actually wanted to be respectful.
Wasn't even that large a book either.
Uh huh. Yep. Oh man. Oh. Let's see. No. Nope, just me. And right. You still there? Yep. Like I
Oh,
said,
I am still hanging out.
No. I just gotta be careful. Like I said, running too many things at once. The the server. I used to be able to run servers on like a Minecraft server, fully modded and everything on my computer, no problem. Now I'm just trying to run a vanilla server, it's like, and it dies. You know what I mean? On occasion, anyway. All right. And I still gotta figure out where I'm going to do my cows. Start getting them set up. Like on my offline game, I'm actually really set up well now. I like it. I like to do D&D, but I hate hate math. Yeah, basic math with a passion. Yeah, I don't blame you. Math can be a pain in the ass for most people. Like, I will be the first to admit I'm not one of those guys that don't get it. I'm like, nah, I get it. I get it, like, 100%. Not everyone.
What do you get now? I missed something there.
Goronite said he loves D&D, but he hates basic math. And I'm just like, I get it. All right. I present to you the culling. All right, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's see.
Tell you what I'm going to have to do is take you with me as I step outside to have a cigarette here.
All right, you do that. I'm gonna.
We'll see if it's not too dark to get any nature shots from outside. I don't know. My front porch light isn't all that strong.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I don't like being blinded when I go outdoors at night. And to turn on, the front light and immediately destroy your night vision. It's just.
Oh no, I completely understand. I completely understand. And not only do I have a bunch of chickens that I can cook up now, I also has feathers and eggs. Lots and lots of eggs.
I'm so glad I don't ever have to cook eggs for these catering jobs that I work doing.
Dude.
Do you know what a bitch it is just to shell, like, I don't know, call it like 6 dozen eggs is a pain in the ass.
Oh no, I get it.
And that's like So that. Oh, I've worked breakfast jobs before, and 6 dozen eggs ain't really a whole lot.
It's not a lot, but at the same time, if you let's
Oh
just
yeah,
say
I mean
some
it's a
people are
bitch whether
really
it's 6 dozen or 16. I mean, it's
uh,
just
like because if one person,
no, I can't do 2 eggs in each hand, so that makes it go a little bit quicker.
yeah,
But it's still a pain in the ass.
it really is. I already know. I think it's 3 and 2 things to screen, or is it? Oh, but apparently our hole is missing. Alright, second star. Get to me. Shoot. There we go. Let me shut this off real quick.
So you know any really crap jokes,
Pop open
Bob?
my. What's that?
Do you know any really crap jokes?
The early what jokes?
Any really crap jokes? Just like any bad jokes and all.
My face, but you know. And aside from that.
The joke that life deals us all, right?
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna resend you the info. Like it should be exactly that. Like you should. What I do is I just select it and then Control V it into place once I have it copied. And double check it with my actual. See, my actual info for the. Yeah, it's all correct. You should have been able to connect, no problem, Star. I don't know why I didn't.
Oh, I was talking earlier about devices to draw on. Other than eBay, like you wouldn't know any reliable places to get like quality used electronics that might come with, say, like some sort of maybe money back guarantees. I'm trying
Nope.
not to screw myself out a whole bunch of money here.
Nope. I wish I did.
Damn.
I wish I did, but I do not.
Me too.
Like we're talking, I don't even fucking like. We're talking the cheapest Cintiq I saw when I was looking.
Oh yeah, dude, those are phew.
Yeah, which it's either spend pretty much. Yeah, you might. I mean, I'm running mine fine. Minecraft is up to date and everything. Maybe that's what it is.
Somebody trying to join you don't have all the updates.
Starvey Leon. Let's see. Jokes gets demonetization worthy book. Why are the? Oh my God! You really? I almost.
You almost read something terrible there.
Yes, yes, I did. And yeah, Star, I am on. Let me. I think it shows you your. Yeah. 1.1, 1.13.2. So that's probably, yeah, yeah. And do that again real quick so I can.
So you're saying I probably shouldn't tell the one about the weekend in Tijuana with the 3 midgets, the rubber chicken suit, and the tub of Jello?
Well, let me put it to you like this. That would have been fine. Just Gorgonite going off of totally not. Oh,
I wish I could see the chat right now.
let's just say this is. Whew,
I'll catch the replay. I'll check it out.
no, I actually.
Gorgonite's a funny dude. I've talked to him before.
I shut off the chat on the replay.
Oh, right, okay.
This way, YouTube's feeds don't get in a bunch, and nobody
Right.
tries to, and nobody tries using the chat against anyone. See, this is a dumb comic skater. Look at him making jokes. Like, really? You're going to be mad about someone making a literal joke? That's a bad
Oh, yeah.
taste. And
It happens. I just let
what's
those
funny,
people go cry in the corner.
right? And
Ain't
what's
really
funny?
nothing to be done about it.
Oh, I agree. And what's funny about the jokes is the people who would be like, "That's not funny," me, are the same people that any other time are very disparaging to that same group of people. Let's just leave it at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no sense getting into a whole big thing about it. I always have more fun talking about games and shit anyway.
Right.
Speaking of, did you ever play the Chrono Trigger back in the day?
I actually have Chrono Trigger on my Wii, and when I finally have the ability to stream my Wii again, because I got to find things.
Ooh, I'll have to plug my Super back up, and we'll do like a side by side comparison and see if they changed anything.
Oh, that motherfucker! Oh,
You're just talking about shit.
Not you.
I know.
I just had a fucking creeper blow up like. Oh man, that I was in the process of trying to collect some of my wheat and whatnot, and then all of a sudden, kaboom! And it's from where a creeper decided he was going to wild out and blow up.
Wily ass creepers.
How can you tell
Never know what they go do.
Like, how can you tell the difference between an Irish funeral and an Irish wedding? One less drunk. That's fucking brilliant. I know I shouldn't be laughing, but that's my people. I can laugh at that. I'm not even going to try and say that I'm not. No. It's fucking hilarious to me. And we could turn creepers off, but it'd turn all the creatures off. And I don't want, like, you can't just turn specifically creepers off.
How do you feel about jokes about eating disorders?
I could use a few eating disorders, especially if it involved making me lose a fucking few, like 50 pounds. So getting tired of this guy. And what's sad is I say that as I think, we do have some mint chocolate chip ice cream that I was planning on getting for dessert.
Well, I was just going to say, you know what the difference is between hiring a regular stripper and an anorexic stripper for a bachelor party? You get the regular stripper and the girl jumps out of the cake.
Okay.
Versus if you hire the anorexic stripper and the cake jump. Okay.
I think you might have messed that joke up.
No. I don't think I did. The difference between hiring a regular stripper for a bachelor party and an anorexic one is that when you hire the regular stripper, the girl jumps out of the cake.
Yeah. Okay. So the anorexic stripper, why would she not jump out of the cake? That's still her job. She's still going to jump out the cake. Like, she won't get any cake. That's my only thought. It's like, well, I'm an anorexic, no cake for me. Well, fuck you too then, bitch. More cake for us. Just saying.
What does the chat have to say about this?
Oh, what's the difference between oh god damn, no, Gorgon,
Nothing.
It was.
My jokes are an acquired taste.
I think Star says he gets it. He's like, hey, she vomits up the cake and everything. I don't. I don't. But hey, that doesn't surprise me. There's been a lot of jokes that I've had to have explained to me before. Once it was explained to the humor was explained to me, I laughed.
Right.
But I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I get it when I'm really just like I'm confused. But why is this funny? Do
All right,
you
so,
even know?
being from Georgia, I've always heard Alabama jokes my entire life. And Skinny, if you're out there listening, too bad. Gonna have to deal with it. But that's always been kind of the thing, like the Alabama Georgia rivalry with the jokes. For instance, you know why all of the trees in Georgia lean to the west, don't you?
Huh.
Because Alabama sucks.
Well, that's actually comical. Not even try to say
Right.
it.
The best thing ever to come out of Alabama, I-20 eastbound.
that I
Uh,
get. That I get.
There's another good one. And the beauty of most of these jokes, that's why I like ones like them, this particular setup so well. You can really replace either of the two parties and kind of custom tailor the joke for whatever you want. Like they say, do you know where the toothbrush was invented? Well, Alabama, of course. Otherwise, it would have been a teeth brush.
Oh
But
God.
you can plug in whatever state or
Yeah,
wherever you want in.
no, that's well done. I like that. I like that. That was how very redneckish of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I mean, as redneckish as it was, there was a terrible tragedy. Not only last week, we had the Notre Dame, but the Alabama's governor mansion burnt to the ground. It was
Oh, to take out the whole
terrible.
park with it.
If the fire trucks hadn't gotten there quick enough. You've heard that one, I guess.
I have. And I'm not even sorry.
Oh, I love them. There's like college football team joke. Here it's Georgia State versus Georgia Tech. The Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets. So there's the joke. A Bulldogs fan walks into the bathroom urinal, passes a Yellow Jackets fan. Takes his piss, goes to walk out. The Yellow Jackets boy, he says, here at Georgia Tech, they teach us to wash our hands after we take a piss. And meanwhile, the UGA boy keeps on walking. He says, well, at Georgia State, they teach us not to piss on our hands. So, just replace whatever two teams, whichever one you like or don't like and whatnot.
Sounds like what we would do with like OU, OSU here. Because let's just be honest, the two schools don't like each other. I'm not even gonna try to act like we do.
I've heard there's a rivalry, yes.
No, what's funny is I was actually trying to convince my oldest nephew to play at OU. But
oh no!
Right? He plays for North Texas. Hey, I'm not gonna be mad at the kid. He's doing good in school, and I'm not just talking about out on the field. I'm talking legit doing good in school type deal. You know what I mean?
Right.
So as long as he keeps that up, shit, that's all that really matters if you ask me.
Speaking of business and such, you heard about the traveling salesman that was on a long drive and saw something crazy and decided he better pull over?
Okay.
Yeah, so, he's driving state to state. It's been a long night. He's made a bunch of calls already. Not many sales, but, he's getting there. Looks out his passenger window, and along the road next to him, there's a chicken running next to the car. And he's like, okay, well, that's weird. I'm doing like 30. That's a really fast chicken. So he thinks I better get to a fucking motel and pull over. I'm tired, or a truck stop or something. He kicks it up to 40. He looks over, the chicken's still there, pacing the car. He's like, oh God, it's worse than I thought. Steps it on up to like 55, looks over again, sure enough, there's the chicken. And it pulls off ahead of him, just leaves him in the dust. At that point, he figures, I gotta pull over now. I'm gonna sleep on the side of the road. He pulls over. He's getting comfortable, ready to go sleep, and here comes Farmer John walking down the road. Farmer John asks him what he's doing on the side of the road here. The traveling salesman says, oh, I just saw the craziest thing due to sleep deprivation. I saw this chicken, like, running as fast as my car. I was doing, damn near 60. The farmer says, oh, well, that's not crazy. It's probably one of my 3-legged chickens I raise. The salesman says, what? You raise 3-legged chickens? Farmer John says, yeah, well, the wife and I and our boy, Little John, we each like to have a drumstick with dinner each night, but, we hate to kill 2 chickens because we don't have, refrigeration out here in the sticks. So I just figured I'd breed a 3-legged chicken, and then we just kill 1 each night. One for everybody. You don't waste a half a chicken. So the salesman, he says, that's amazing, how they taste. Farmer John says, well, damned if I know. I haven't been able to catch one yet.
That's hilarious.
The look on your face right then really is why I do this.
Yes, because it's like the story of Purple Nurple. Because it's like, okay, first off, Gorgonite says, I hope death is a woman. That way she'll never come near me. Or never come for me. Star, take your time. I understand. Hopefully you can get it operational and up to date. And, alright. So this is a story of Purple Nurple. This is the story of Purple Nurple. Like, I'll even... I gotta do this right so I can... Because, story of Purple Nurple, you need the full... I need the... Let's see. And... This... Whoops, wrong one. And then I will... Yes, hello, big guy. Yes, hello, big guy. You coming over? Okay. Oh, it's still registering the camera over on that. Damn it. Oh, well. And then I'll to go about this another way. Before I tell this story. Yes, big guy. And my cat is like, basically being like, human, you, this is my lap. Alright, wrong one. That one I was trying to, alright. Come on. There we go. Okay. So, story time, kids. With Charles in the lap. Alright. Before I start, why do women always have sex with the lights off? Because they never like to see a man having a good time. That's a good one. Alright. So, story of Purple Flurple. So little Johnny was constantly late to school. Finally, this teacher fed up. He's like, look, me, the principal, we've all come to the conclusion that if you're late one more time, you're going to be expelled and you're going to have to redo this grade. All right? Well, Johnny's like, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to start to change, my way, start a new leaf, be here on time all day, all day, every day type deal.
Right. Front of class, paying attention.
Mm-hmm. So, Johnny goes to bed early, gets up early, gets around, gets out the door. He's got plenty of time to get to school. And all of a sudden, he comes across this big ass, just mean as fuck Rottweiler. Like, this thing's got the spiked collar, it's got everything. You know what I mean? Looks like your stereotypical, I'm gonna eat your ass dog, right?
Oh yeah.
Dog starts just bolting after Johnny. Johnny goes running. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Finally, gets away from the dog. Well, Johnny's a little bit lost, but he's like, all right, I got a rough idea where I am. Starts making his way to school. Well, along the way, he sees this beautiful sign. It's just got all these colors on it, pretty neon lettering, everything. It says Purple Flurple. Johnny's just kind of confused. Well, what's Purple Flurple? Why is this so? What is Purple Flurple? Whatever. Finally, Johnny notices the time. He's late. He's got to get going. So he books it to school. He makes it there. Teacher's like, Johnny, I said if you're late again, you're going to be expelled and have to redo the class. He's like, look. Believe me, I took what you said to heart. Some things happened, So what? I basically it was beyond my control. I can't even right now. Teacher just kind of looks at Johnny. Okay, well, what happened? John's like, all right, I was up, I was ready to go out the door, and just good enough time to get here and be prepared. I was even going to be early and everything, and then I came across this big old dog, like the meanest Rottweiler you ever found. It's got the spiked collar and everything, total stereotypical eat your ass dog. Well, I started running. I was running. Dog's chasing after me, and I just ran, just ducking through alleys, things like that.
Right, ain't getting away.
Yep. Finally got away. She's like, oh, okay. Well, what happened after that? And he's like, well, I came across the sign. I'd never seen the sign before. Never seen the sign. Word star. I'll be back to joining you here in a minute. I guess telling the story of Purple Flurple. So it takes a minute. But anyway, had pretty neons, everything. I was just there staring at it, and well, I realized I lost track of time, then immediately ran here. Teacher's like, well, what did the sign say? Purple Flurple. Johnny, that is unacceptable language for the classroom. I want you to head straight to the principal's office right now. Right now. Johnny's like, oh, okay. So he goes to the principal's office. The principal's busy at the time, so he's got to wait. The secretaries are like, Johnny, what you do this time? You know what I mean? Johnny's like, I don't even really know what's going on. Finally, after the principal's done dealing with some kid and his parents and whatnot, Johnny gets in there. He's like, all right, Johnny. Now, you already heard. Oh, sorry to see that, Star. But you already knew that if you're late again, you're going to be expelled and have to repeat the grade and everything. And I was told you were late. Well, but that's not why you're in my office. Is that correct? Johnny's like, yes, sir. Well, what happened? Johnny's like, okay. So after you told me that yesterday, I made sure to get home. I got to bed good and early. Got up, was around for school, good and early,
Right.
Out the door.
Right, bushy tail.
Yeah, exactly. Was going to be early and everything, and then I came across this big dog, mean looking, spiked collar, you name it, it had it. Just the meanest of mean. Was going to eat my ass. There's nothing I could do about it. So I started running as the dog started chasing. Well, ducking and diving, cutting through alleys and things like that. Finally got away from the dog. I was like, all right. Well, I still had enough time to make it to class and, be at the very least on time. Well, I'm walking. Then I came across this sign. Never seen it before. Had all these pretty colors, beautiful neon, perfectly lettered, everything. And I guess got stuck there, mesmerized for hours. The principal's like, okay, well, what did the sign say? Purple Flurple. That is unacceptable language, young man. You are expelled from school. Clear out your locker. I don't want to see you. And you best believe your parents are going to be hearing about this. Johnny's like, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, what? Just go, Johnny. Just go. So Johnny clears out his locker. He goes home. Well, his mom sees that he's now home from school way earlier than he should be. She's like, Johnny, what are you doing home from school? It's only like noon. You should be on lunch. Why aren't you at school? Johnny goes, well, you know how yesterday they told me that if I was late again, I'd be expelled and have to repeat the grade and everything? Mom goes, yeah. Well, you know how I made sure to go to bed and be up bright and early and out the door with enough time to be at school early? Mom's like, yeah. Well, I got out the door and I met Fido, the biggest, meanest dog on earth. We're talking the biggest Rottweiler you done ever seen. Got like 5-inch spiked collar. It's just like muscles upon muscles upon muscles. Started chasing after me. I had to go through, like I was ducking through alleys, jumping fences, trying to get away from this dog. This dog is just coming after me. Well, I finally get away from the dog. Well, I'm walking. I come across a sign I done never seen. And, I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I just got mesmerized by it. And I realized I was late, so I ran to school. The teacher asked me what happened. So I explained to her about the dog and then the sign. Then she sent me to the principal's office, and so I had to explain to him about the dog, the sign, and then the teacher, and then he expelled me and sent me home, all because of what the sign said. I'm still confused here. And Mom goes, well, what did the sign say? Purple Flurple. That is unacceptable language, young man. You will sit in your room. Like, I'm no fun, no games, nothing. You will sit in your room until your father gets home. And let's hear what he has to say about this. Johnny's like, okay. Don't really. Okay, whatever. So Johnny goes up to his room. And he's just waiting. Finally, like 6 o'clock rolls around. His dad's home. The dad comes up. So, Johnny, your mom tells me that you got something to tell me, that something happened today and everything. Johnny's like, oh, thank God, Dad. Maybe you'll be the one person that's not crazy in this whole situation. You'll completely understand. Well, just start from the beginning. All right, so you know how I couldn't be late to school again. I also had to be expelled and have to repeat the grade. Mm-hmm. Well, I got up and out the door early this morning. Like, I think I was even gone before you were. And when I got outside, I came across, like, the Hound of Baskerville. Like, the biggest dog ever. Like, as big as, like, a horse. Like, muscles and muscles and muscles. And it was insane. And, like, we're talking, like, foot-long spikes on the neck. Like, oh my God, it was just scary. So when they started chasing after me, I just ran. I was ducking through alleys, jumping over fences, holding on to cars as it drags me down the street, trying to get away from this dog. And then when I finally did get away, I came across the sign. It was pretty, had neon lettering. It was beautifully done. It was like watching the birth of God type beautiful. Like, it was the most amazing thing ever. And then, I realized I was late, so I had to run to school. I got there. The teacher asked me what happened, so I told her about the Hound of Baskerville, the sign, and then she sent me to the office. When I told the principal what happened about with the dog and the sign, and then the teacher, and then he expelled me and sent me home. I went home. I told Mom about the dog, the sign, the teacher, and the principal, and then she sent me up here. And so I'm hoping that you're the one person that's not crazy in this whole situation. All right. I don't know what seems to be the issue. I don't know why everyone's so uptight. I mean, what did the sign say? Purple Flurple. I will not tolerate that language in my house, young man. You can get out. You don't even get to take any of your stuff with you. Just get out. Go. I never want to see you again. If you come on this property anymore, I will guarantee you will be meeting the shoddiest shotgun of all. Johnny's like, but Dad, and then he sees Dad run, and he hears clack clack. Johnny's out the door. Just, oh shit, not sticking around. All right. Well, so Johnny's out on his own. He doesn't know what to do. I mean, he's like in like maybe 7th or 8th grade. Like, he's just a kid. He doesn't really know what's going on in life.
Right, right.
Well, he finally manages to get like a job at a gas station. He starts working there. He's doing good for a couple years. He's finally getting his shit back together, rebuilding his life and everything. And finally, his boss goes, "Johnny, you've been here a couple years. I haven't asked about your age or anything, but I'll admit it's bothering me. How'd you end up in this situation?" Johnny's like, "All right, can't hold it against me though, because I'm still confused about the situation." And his boss goes, "Listen, son, you can't be that bad. I've been doing this business for 30 years. I done heard everything a man can hear." All right. Well, what had happened is I was told that if I was late to school again, I'd have to repeat the grade again. I'd be expelled and have to repeat. So I made sure that night to go to bed early, get a good night's sleep, get up, get around, be out the door for school early. I would have arrived at school with enough time to be able to, you know what I mean, just do my thing. So I go out, and then I came across Dogzilla. We're talking like, not even Dogzilla, like that's a little bit too big, but like the dog the size of an elephant, man. Just so huge. It was completely insane. Had like 20-foot spikes coming from its neck. It was insane, man. It was insane. And the dog started chasing me, so I just started running. Like running on top of running, cutting through alleys, jumping fences, holding onto cars, sliding down guardrails, you name it. I was doing it to try to get away from, this dog with elephantitis and the hugest dog I've ever seen, ever. And the dude just like, okay, continue. And he's like, but anyway, once I finally got away from the dog, I came across the sign. It was an amazing sign. It was gorgeous. It was just all the colors of the rainbow. It was got amazing neon. It was just, I was almost in tears because of how beautiful it was. And I realized I'd been captivated by it. And now I was late for school. So I ran to school. My teacher asked me what had happened and why I was late. So I told her about Elephadog and Sign of God. And then she sent me to the principal's office. And when I told him about Elephadog, the Sign of God, the teacher, he was like, "Well, you're expelled." So I went home, told my mom about the dog, the sign, how I told my teacher about it, and then my principal about it, and then the principal expelling me and everything. Then my mom sent me up to my room. It was pretty rough. And then my dad came home, and I'm thinking he's the one person that's just going to bring logic to this conversation. He's not going to be like everyone else and just flip out. And then he was like, after I told him about the dog, I told him about the sign, about the teacher, the principal, and even how mom was acting. And then it was, just how odd it was. Well, then he kicked me out of the house, disowned me entirely, told me if I ever returned, I'd be greeted with a shotgun. And
a terrible shotgun at that.
Exactly. And then, finally, I found this job, and I've been working here now for the past couple years, and that's the way it should be. But what the sign say? I don't know if I should tell you that. That's the part where everyone seems to flip out. Son, 30 years in this business, ain't nothing you could say that will surprise me. Well, okay, the sign said purple flurple. You got 5 minutes to clear out your locker and get off my property. You don't do that, and you'll be lucky if I call the cops. So Johnny just clears out his stuff, bolts out. Well, Johnny had a little bit of difficulty after that finding a job and everything. Was pretty much ended up homeless, but he lucked out. He got a job working for a traveling circus. So he's like, all right, word. At least I may not have a home in the sense of like an apartment or anything anymore, but I at least have a roof over my head, even if it is, on the road, doing this bit with the circus, getting shot out of cannons and whatnot. It's better than nothing. It's still income. Well, he does this for about a good 5 years, 6 years, and after all this time, he's kept everyone at bay. He's scared. He every time he gets someone starts to get close, something happens now. And he says, nah, I'm not going to let it happen. Last person that I let get close ran me out their business and told me that they'd be calling the cops if I was lucky. All right. No, years go on and everything, and finally he makes friends with one of the clowns. It's like, all right. And after about, 10 years working for this, circus, he finally opens up to the clown, becomes good friends, and the clown asks him, John, how'd you end up in this situation? John's like, all right. So back when I was a kid, right? I was so late every day to school to the point where I was told if I'm late again, I'm going to be expelled. I'm going to have to repeat the grade. So I made sure that night to go home, go to bed, get there, get up early, get out the door, ready to go. Well, I come out the door, and then it was Dogzilla time, we're talking Mecha Godzilla, just huge ass dog, and
lasers and shit.
Exactly, but we're talking mile-long spikes on the collar and everything. It was insane, man. So the minute he started charging me, I ran. I was just huffing it, ducking through alleys, jumping over fences, holding on cars, sliding down handrails and guardrails, you name it. I did it. I did everything I had to. I even jumped down into a manhole to get away from this thing. Went up through the sewers a little bit. Well, finally got out of the sewers, came across the sign. Big old sign, beautiful sign, brought me to tears level sign. Just gorgeous colors and neon, the lettering, it was just amazing. Well, I was captivated. I mean, it's the most beautiful thing I'd seen ever. And so I realized I was late, so I ran to school. Well, then the teacher asked me what happened. So I told her about, Mecha Dogzilla and the sign. And she was like, okay, and then sent me to the principal's office. I told him about Mecha Dogzilla, the sign, and the teacher and the principal expelled me, sent me home. My mom asked me what happened. I told her about the Mecha Dogzilla, the sign, the teacher, how she acted, the principal, how he acted. I'll come find you here in a minute, Star. If you can't see my big house, sorry. But the principal acted, and then she sent me up to my room till my dad got home, and then he asked me what happened. I told him about Mecha Dogzilla, the sign that kept me captivated and in tears, and then the teacher, how she acted and how odd it was, and sending me to the office. Then the principal, me explaining it to him, and then him just expelling me outright. I got home. Mom refused to even let me get lunch or anything to eat or drink. I've just been up in my room at this point all day for 6 hours. And then my dad just told me that if I ever come back, I'm meeting a shotgun. Not even chance to come back and get my stuff. Just shotgun is either out the door or a death type deal. So I ran out the door. Well, then I got this job at a gas station, was there for a couple years, and then when, he asked me about what happened, of course I told him about the dog, the sign that left me in tears, the teacher and how weird that was, the principal and his lack of understanding, and then just expelling me and sending me home. My mom's confused, just how she acted and sent me to the room where I couldn't eat or drink or anything, and then my dad just kicking me out, and, that whole situation, the shotgun and whatnot. And then, he just told me that I had 5 minutes to clear the locker and get out of the, get out of the house, get out of the gas station and whatnot. And it's just, and I was about to be homeless, and I lucked out and got this job and whatnot. And the clown's like, what did the sign say? I don't want to tell you, man. I don't want to tell you. I mean, it just seems like whenever I tell people, I think that's whatever it means. It's so derogatory. It's so wrong that people just do bad things. And it's like, no, come on, man. I'm your boy. I got you. Like, well, all right. We have been hanging out for years now. It would be, shitty of me not to tell you. It said purple flurple. Sounds like, okay. All right. He kept to himself. He didn't say anything. He's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Think he can say some derogatory shit like that. Purple flurple my ass. So next day during the show, it's like the clown's all like made sure to talk to the guy that handles the cannon and everything. Cannon's like dink, 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 dink. You know what I mean? Straight, just aimed it straight up into the air. All like ready to go and shit. And
90
then
degrees straight up.
like, oh yeah, he ain't gonna be living through this. I'm just saying. Like, made sure to put extra powder in there and everything. Yeah, we got you, dude, we got you. Think you can come around here with that derogatory bullshit? Boom! Right through the top of the tent, just flying through the air, and Johnny seeing what's happening is like, that son of a bitch sold me out, and now I'm gonna die. And right when he's on his way down, bam, right into, like, literally just perfectly through the cockpit into a plane that was flying by. Like, we're talking old style World War II bomber, just perfect. Like, he landed it somehow miraculously fine, just perfectly fine. And the he's just kind of freaking out. We got this old like World War II vet that's been piling it in. And he's all like, "Calm down, son. Calm down. Calm down." I said. They land. You know, the pilot's like, "Son, you look like you've been through hell. Why don't you tell me what happened?" He's like, "I don't want, son. Just start from the beginning." All right. So when I was a kid, I was told if I was late to school one more time, I was going to be expelled and I was going to have to repeat the grade again. And then, you know, so I went home and I made sure to go to bed early that night. Way early. Like, I was going to be up and ready to go and out the door with plenty of time to spare. So I woke up out the door. I got like an hour and a half before school. There's no way I'm going to be late. And then I run into the dog of dogs. The god of the dog. We're talking, this thing was almost the size of a literal mountain. It was so huge. The spikes went off into the heavens, just there for all of mankind to see, to bask in this dog's glory of his strength and its spiked color. So when it started chasing after me, you know I ran. Oh man, I ran. Over fences, holding on to cars, through the alleys, going over guardrails, sliding down handrails, had to jump into a sewer and jump a waterfall to get away from this thing. Finally got away from it. Well, I'm walking, trying to get back to school and everything, and I came across this sign. I swear it spoke to me. It was the sign of God. It was just all the pretty colors. Like, the gods were trying to talk to specifically me through this sign. It's just pretty colors, amazing lettering, just oh, so gorgeous, so amazing. And well, then I finally, you know, realized I was running late for school, so I ran to school. Well, then the teacher asked me what happened, so I explained to her about the god of all dogs, and you know, how hard it was to get away from the dog, and then, you know, the sign where God literally spoke to me. And then, you know, I ran here and how I was late, and the teacher sent me to the principal's office. I explained to the principal about the god of dogs, the sign, and then how the teacher was just being unreasonable. And then the principal's like, "You get your ass out of the school. You're expelled. Never come back. You can't even read, you know, get in next year," things like that, like perma expelled. Like, we don't want you anywhere in the school or in the district or even in the country going to our school. And then so I went home. I told my mom what happened with the god of all dogs, the sign of that the gods were literally speaking to me through, and the unreasonable teacher, and how she just freaked out and sent me to the principal, and then how he just like went nuclear and said, "Get out of the school, you can never return," and sent me home. Then she sent me to my room, no food, nothing to drink, no toys, nothing. I had to sit on my bed and wait for my dad to get back. And, you know, when he got back, I told him, you know, about the dog, the sign, the teacher, the principal, mom, and how they're all just weird, and how I was confused, and just, I didn't know what was going on. And then he kicked me out. I had to, like, literally get out of there because he was grabbing the shotgun. Told me if I ever came back, I'm catching a shotgun slug, and it's not going to be thrown at me, to say the least. And
Right.
so I had to, I had to find a job. I lucked out, was working at a gas station for a couple years, had my life together at least somewhat, wasn't doing too bad. Then the owner asked me about the story, and I told him about the dog, the sign, teacher, the principal, my mom, my dad, everything that led me to just that moment in time. And then he told me I had to get off this property. Like, I had 5 minutes to get everything off of his property and out that door before he called the cops. And that's if I'm lucky. So I cleared out, gone. And then, I lucked out, and I was like literally about to be on the street, and then I got a job working for, a circus, getting shot out the cannon, and I made friends with the clown, and after years go on, I finally told him about the what had happened to me, about the dog, the sign, the teacher, just her unreasonableness, the principal, just how he just was crazy, my mom, her not telling me anything, my dad and his shotgun, and then the gas station, and how he just was not having it either. He just, get out of there. I lost my job, and how it almost made me homeless. And then when I told him about it, then they shot me out of the cannon, like straight up into the air, and by pure luck, I'm sorry about the windshield to your plane and everything. Luckily, it was only like part of it, and you can still land the plane and everything. But I mean, I don't know, son. What did the sign say? No, see, every time I just got shot out of a cannon. Son, I'm old. I ain't got that much time left on this earth. I've seen war. I highly doubt anything you can say will offend me. All right, why not? What else is there that can be done to me? Purple Flurple. Old man goes, I can see your confusion, son. All right, let's get you straightened out, and I'll tell you in the morning. So the old man, he's kind old man. He puts Johnny up in a hotel for a night. You know what I mean? Like, make sure he had to change of clothes, good full belly. Johnny gets up in the morning, takes a shower. It's like, oh, hopefully this is the final end of all my bad luck. Like, everything ends now. He looks out the window of his hotel, motel, and he sees the old man across the street. Johnny gets his stuff together, checks out of the hotel, sees the old man, waves at him, starts to cross the street, gets hit by a car. And the moral of the story is always look both ways.
I thought that might be. I thought that might be the end of that.
God.
I wish I had started a timer. That was a good 20 minutes of spinning a yarn there.
You like that, don't you?
I do. I don't. I may have to steal that. I did something vaguely similar to a waitress that was waiting to pick up hot food to take to a table. I forget. I don't know. She was talking about said something about endangered species, and I remembered a joke, and I spun it out for a good while about how great this documentary I just seen about polar bears in the Antarctic, and how they were able to now be more regularly captured for study.
Mm.
And the gist of it was that the researchers realized that their little pack tents getting broken into at night, and that the polar bears would only steal out the frozen vegetables from the food they brought with them. And eventually, toward the end of it, they were able to discover that the way you catch a polar bear is that you go out in the middle of the tundra and you cut a big hole in the ice, right? big enough for a polar bear to go in. And then you go and you take frozen peas, and you ring the hole in the ice with frozen peas. And the polar bears, they have this amazing sense of smell. They pick it up from miles away. A single frozen vegetable, let alone a bunch of them around a hole in the ice. And then so you go and you hide behind a bush or a rock or whatever you can find, and you wait for the polar bear to come up and take a pee, and you run up behind him and kick him in the ice hole. But I strung it out for, about 5 or 7 minutes while she was waiting to take this order to her table. I did that to her because she was kind of a bitch. And I knew that, making it'd probably end up in her getting a bit lesser of a tip. Kind of a dick thing to do, but I mean, she stood there and listened to the whole spiel. I mean, it'd been one thing if she'd asked me, "Is this going anywhere?" But no, she just kept fucking smiling and nodding. I was like, "All right,
Right.
see what more I can add on to this."
Right. Well, see, the first time I had this joke told to me, when I got to the end, I was like, you mother, you. I was just, you know what I mean? Because the dude
Right.
strong, because the dude did like I did, and just kept on, just every time you thought the punchline was finally gonna happen, it was another retell of the story. And oh man, because I think the proper term is it's an anti joke.
Mm-hmm. I can appreciate the beauty of those.
Mm,
It's like
right,
two guys walk into a bar. I point and laugh.
right. But because the it's not funny for them; it's funny for you. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because
The joke I told previously, I said, if you can see her face right now, you know why I told that. Like, I would do stand up comedy just to see the reactions on people's faces.
oh yeah, oh no, I completely agree. And
Just
like,
like whatever worst joke I could think of.
well, and
But yeah,
that,
go on.
but once you've been told the joke, you are completely free to do it to someone else. And that's what makes those types of jokes so awesome. Is the fact that you can just you string, like you said, you string that yarn just for so long, and as once you finally get to the end, and you've pretty much just left them flabbergasted. It's oh man, I've literally had people be like, man, fuck you, just fuck you, be pissed as all hell at me. I literally, I was half tempted to string that out another 30 minutes. Don't think.
Well, I'd let you do it too. I mean, I'm not gonna steal anyone's thunder when they're in the middle of a joke. People would put up with enough of my bad ones.
Right. Well, it's like a Gorgonite said, I give you precisely 1488 kecks for that long ass joke. Not one keck less,
uh,
not one keck more. Also, purple flurple.
right.
uh,
Good man, a good man.
I have no idea what that purple flurple actually means. I just find it fucking hilarious. Like, just, and that's when you know you have shitty friends, but at the same time you are also a shitty friend. It's like see, and that right there is a prime example of why liberals would be pissed right now. Because one, they have the attention span of a gnat, and two, they'd be like, did you just assume Chinese gender? You know they would. And
Well, the lack of sense of humor doesn't help things either.
all right. Well, apparently, about a year ago, it was come to find out, it's scientifically proven the left cannot meme. I need to find Star. somehow.
This dude walks into the bar, sits down, starts ordering, a couple of beers, having himself a good time, watching a little football on TV. He notices there's this big ass, pickle jar full of $100 bills. He calls the bartender over. He's like, what's all this money on the counter for? The bartender says, oh, that's, the local, the big man challenge. You got to, well, first you put your $100 up, and then if you can complete all the, we like to call them the Bar Olympics challenges, you can, claim all the money in the pickle jar. I said, well, hell, that sounds all right. Here's my $100. What I got to do? Bartender says, well, first thing you got to do is you got to walk over in that corner where that big fella is standing. We call him Big John. Dude looks over and, there's a huge slab of fucking meat just fucking oozing stupid and strength. Just standing over there kind of staring off into space. He said, well, you got to walk over there and knock him out in one punch. And then I can tell you about the next challenge. That dude says, all right, well, let me have another shot of whiskey before I try this. I'm already out $100, What the hell, I may as well try. So he, downs his little shot of whiskey. He gets up to go walk over there and kind of catches his feet on a chair. Swings his arm out. Catches this huge, mountain of a man right in the fucking balls with an outstretched hand. Racks him right in the balls, right? Knocks the guy down. He picks himself up, runs back over to the bar. He's like, oh shit, my bad, whatever. Bartender says, no, you knocked him down in one punch. You can go on to the next step. The dude, says, well, sounds all right to me. Give me another shot of whiskey. And what's his next step here? Bartender says, well, the next step is you get to go out back at this bar here where we've got this inbred, angry, hasn't been fed in 6 weeks, pissed off mongrel dog with a fucking bad tooth. And I need you to bring me that bad tooth out of this dog's mouth. The guy says, well, shit, that sounds pretty bad. So give me another shot of whiskey. What do I got to do after that? The bartender pours him the next shot of whiskey. He downs it. Bartender tells him, well, the step after that's pretty easy. My grandmother lives upstairs, and, she hasn't been with a man since, old grandpa died. So you just got to go up there and show old grandma a good time. The guy's like, well, fuck. I mean, that's not too bad at this point. I escaped a near-death beating by this huge mountain of man. I'm going to have to go wrestle a fucking tooth out of this dog's head. Let me get another couple of shots of whiskey. So he does. He downs him a couple of extra courage shots. Steps up, kind of puffs his chest out. Steps out the back door. All you can hear is like this dog fucking squealing. That dude fucking screaming at it. The back door is kind of kicking open. There's dust and fur flying in through the door a little bit. All the commotion dies down. The guy fucking slams the door open. Stares back in. He's trying to compose himself. He's all cut up and fucking bleeding and shit. And just looking like, he's seen better days. He makes it over, slumps down at the fucking bar. He goes, pour me a shot of another whiskey. And point me at the old lady with the tooth.
Great. I kind of figured that's how that one went.
I can never remember where I've heard these. I wish I could. I'd love to credit the original source that I heard it from. Anyway, I know it's probably not the actual source of the joke, but
oh yeah. But and Gorgonite said, what do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff.
Oh. Oh,
Let's see.
I was gonna say, what do you call an African American hooker caught in a strobe light wearing braces in the middle of a blowjob?
Uh, what?
No? Oh, a Black and Decker pecker wrecker?
You're going to hell for that one.
Probably, but you know,
Like,
at least I had plenty of jokes.
but it's not as bad as, say for instance, some that I've seen in chat.
Oh yeah, I could
But
totally get myself banned off of fucking social media forever for telling jokes I've heard growing up. But
that I bet. But no, I'll just say, oh God, no, no.
don't read it, whatever it is.
I'm not. I'm
You're
not.
saying, "Oh God, no!" It's got to be pretty bad.
Like, nope, just not happening. Not happening. I'm just gonna get back to making me another crafting table for my fishing room, and yeah, there we go. But no, I literally have an underground fishing chamber.
Very nice.
Zach Hawkins, I know I'm going to hell, so may as well get front row seats. That's from
Well,
just saying. And it's. I wouldn't say it. That's all I gotta say. Like,
there's things I've learned not to say over the years.
all right.
My filter is getting better. Mainly due to about getting my ass beat one time. I used to have no filter as a very young, very headstrong teenager. I would just, whatever came to mind, out it would come. Just straight, straight out the mouth.
And you learned from it?
I did. I think what finally drove the point home was one time when I was at a gas station. Filling up, I just paid my $10 or whatever, back out of the pump. Around this time, I was wearing my hair in all sorts of wild hairstyles and whatnot. I think now at this time it was probably bright orange, all shaved except for the bangs, which I had grown out maybe a foot long or so. Bound them up in little black erasers where it looked like two antenna coming off the front of my head. Going through that angsty teenage, got to be different phase. So anyway, there I am gassing up, and I hear nice hair, bundle of sticks, because I don't want to say that and get your video struck. The other word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as I'm turning around, I've already put my damn hands up to my face, so what I'm shouting is going to be louder. And I'm 6'3", I got a pretty good set of lungs on me anyway. So I'm shouting already before I turn around. Yeah, it's the one I eat your mama's asshole. It tickles her pussy. And then I didn't even get the last syllable out because I realized the dude I was shouting out that had just yelled at me was like the size of Hulk Hogan and probably would have mopped me up and down that fucking sidewalk. Like, he was like one pump over. Dude, I jumped in my car and I was gone. I don't even think I got the end of the gas that I had paid for.
That is
But,
hilarious.
it's a close call like that made me realize maybe I should think before I just start yelling something.
That may be better for your long-term survival.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh wait, no, I think it's I'm just saying, dude. You don't want to be getting your ass beat over. You running your mouth over something that you should have. I'm just saying.
Should have looked before I started yelling.
Yeah, that might have helped.
It was pretty funny. I can look back on it and laugh now, though.
Yeah, but I bet you if that dude saw you, he wouldn't be laughing.
Oh shit.
He's probably, then again, he probably wouldn't recognize you at this point.
Yeah, I look like a more or less normal human being at this point. Doesn't mean I am, but you know.
And let's be honest, conforming's overrated. See if I can't find these. There we go. Okay. See if I can't find me star real quick. See where I should have plenty of fucking. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Let's get those put up. Yeah, so school's gonna be like, what the hell, man? I had this place all nice and neat and organized, and you come through like a goddamn, like a bat out of hell, and I'm just gonna be like, my bad.
What's that, like a shared fortress you have there or something?
Yeah, I actually started up the legit server that I have set up on my computer. Why is being in the military like a blowjob? The closer you get to discharge, the better you feel. Alright.
My parents actually met in the Navy, so I've heard quite a few Navy jokes over the years. One of them being, you know, why the Navy switched from bar soap to powdered, right?
Huh.
Because when you drop powdered soap in the shower, it takes longer to pick up.
Fucked up. That is fucked up. Funny but fucked up.
Now, my parents are a man and a woman. It's sad that I have to say that this day and age, but
Oh, no, I completely understand. Believe me, I completely understand. Right now, I'm just trying to run from a damn creeper.
is there no way to fuck them up, or?
Well, there is. I just didn't feel like trying to run the risk of dying. Let's just
Right. Those who fight and run away live to fight another day. I forget where I heard that. Some movie, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's true though. It is true.
Yeah. If you can still breathe at the end of an encounter, that means you can come back tomorrow.
Yeah. Right now, just like I said, I'm trying to find where Star is. And luckily for me, though, I at least have a, you know what I mean, the ability to make maps.
Do what now?
Luckily for me, I at least have the ability to make maps.
Ah.
Because I have the maps to make them. And
Ooh, shit. I think I'm gonna rummage about, find me something a little extra to chew on.
Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. I'm surprised you didn't start close to where what you call it, where Duskull and I started, honestly. I don't even know if he's actually still able to hear. I think he should be. Are you there?
Are who there?
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm running a server, and this. Let's just say like I said, I've had to completely disconnect and reconnect before. Just from the. Oh, you can hear.
Now,
I'm
is
trying
there
to
any
find
way to patch their audio through to the Hangout, or is that?
my audio. Oh, the game's audio through?
No, just whoever you're talking with. I don't know if they want to
Oh,
be on the Hangout too, or.
you're at a village. We don't even know where a village is. Like, no, we're not even playing, dude. But, wait. And, the thing is on, like, previous ones, or not previous, but on, like, a console, it's easy. You know what I mean?
What, like spawning in next to people?
Well, no, I was gonna say, finding, your friends and whatnot. Let's see. I'm just gotta figure out. Can I make several? Yeah, like, I have no clue where you're at. That's frustrating. Let's see. Consult the interwebs. Alright. I heard that. That was. Oh.
Well, man, I think I'm gonna make the round and say hey to some other folks, or they all end up passing out.
Not a
I
problem.
might pop back on here later. I don't know how late you plan on being up and yakking.
Well, I was actually about to. It's just gonna be me in here. I'm not very entertaining by myself.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
get
all
yourself set
right.
up. So, like, I guess this would be a good point to, I guess, call it quits on the stream. I can easily, Star and I can contact you, stay in contact through the game, so that's not going to be too difficult. And I'm going to figure out how to get it to where we can meet up a lot easier. While he's going to set himself up, but you know what I mean.
All right.
Still can try to help find him. Okay, that'll work. I'll just shoot you the link of the hangout. But all right, I guess with that, I shall. For those watching later, y'all have fun. Hope you enjoyed the 20-minute
Hope the
joke.
jokes weren't too bad for you.
Right. But all right, later, folks.